Before he knocked out UFC legends and became a champion, Illa Topuira was an unknown killer tearing through Europe. This is the untold story of Illa Topuira's road to the UFC. In his pro debut, Illa fought Francisco Esprilla on April 4th of 2015. At the start of the fight, Illa shot for a takedown with no setup. His opponent rocked him with a straight punch coming in. Illa was able to reshoot when his opponent rushed in with sloppy wild punches to get the takedown. Illa then controlled the fight with ground and pound from mount and back control, using the submission threat to keep Esprilla moving. After getting side control, he was able to get an inverted triangle to get the round 1 submission in his professional debut. He next fought Khalil El Chantibi a month later in a very quick turnaround. Illa feinted a jab and shot for a takedown and very quickly got back control, and after some ground and pound, he stuck in the RNC and got a very quick round 1 submission in his second professional fight. His next fight took place a year later. He fought a man named Daniel Vasquez. This fight, Illa had cornrows in and fought in an octagon with the ring ropes. This is the first fight we got to see Illa load up his shoulders and hips as he does in the UFC. He uses this for feints and to get the power in his trademark lead hook. After a few strikes, he quickly shot under Daniel's hook and the fight got reset for almost falling out of the ring. The fight returned to the feet and Illa quickly shot under another hook, and after a scramble and another takedown, he took the back control for yet again another RNC victory. He next fought John Gorn a few months later and faked a glove touch to hit John with a few oblique kicks. He then shot for a takedown and yet again got back control and was very close to getting an RNC. While slipping off the back, Illa went for a decent armbar attempt before returning to the feet. Illa then landed a series of big hooks before ending up on top once again. After a quick scramble, Illa ended up on bottom for the rest of the round and got hit with some good ground and pound. After a blitzing start to round 2, Illa got another takedown, but was not able to hold it for long. When the fight returned to the feet, Illa was obviously tired and lost his composure a bit, swinging for the fences. After another takedown that didn't last long, Illa found a guillotine when he was clinched up against the ropes. He jumped guard and got the tap, even being as tired as he was. In his fights so far, he was fighting people in their professional debuts, and the most experienced opponent came from Illa's debut, and he was 3-5. A year and a half after his fight with John, he fought an 8-1 Mika Hamelin. I'm not sure the reason was for the activity, but I assume it has to do with being in Spain, not having a lot of competition, compounded by the quick stoppages and people not wanting to fight Illa. But it could also be due to injuries. Due to the long layoff, we got to see Illa really level up his striking against Mika. Even though he still swung wildly with his overhand right, Illa had much more composure compared to his previous fights. We got to see the infancy of his footwork and head movement that have led to his great defense in the UFC. He landed hooks to the head and for the first time in his career to the body as well. He used these in combination with straight punches to tag Mika and stun him throughout the round, forcing Mika to shoot. Illa was able to defend and get a guillotine and finish the choke from mount to get another round 1 submission. This was very impressive because of the massive step up in competition and his long layoff. And with those two factors against him, he still had more composure than he had in his previous fights. He was really starting to show the prospect he was becoming. He next made his Cage Warriors debut, which is the premier organization in Europe, with guys like Conor and Paddy Pimblett being their biggest stars. Shockingly, Illa fought for the vacant bantamweight title in his debut, which shows that the level the promotion thought he was at. And it's also crazy because he will be fighting for the lightweight title and he's talking about going up to 170. So it's insane that he made 135 pounds multiple times before, but unfortunately, this wouldn't be one of them. He missed weight, weighing in at 139.5 pounds. He fought Brian Boland, who is 7-1. Illa scored a takedown within 5 seconds, and after a short scramble, he ended up on top of Brian and got an anaconda choke and put Brian unconscious in just over a minute and a half, and would have become champion but missed weight massively. Again, with another layoff lasting more than a year, he fought in Brave FC in September of 2019 against a man making his pro debut, and to this day, Illa is still the only fight on his record. His name is Luis Gomez and he was 37 years old at the time. Brave FC had him at 22-6, but I could find no MMA or boxing record with anything close to that. Illa blitzed forward with his boxing before landing a takedown, and he used ground and pound from mount before getting a mounted triangle armbar combo to get the tap in under a minute and a half. He fought again for Brave 2 months later against Steven Goncalves, who is 6-1. Illa struggled early with a taller opponent and got hit with a jab and even got dropped with a head kick hook combo, which is one of my favorites because you do not expect the hook due to your opponent being on one foot, but it's still a power punch due to the momentum from the kick. To Ilya's credit, he recovered with a quick takedown, and after a brief scramble, Illa got a very deep Darce choke, but gave up on it to not burn out his arms. Steven thought he had the advantage on the feet, so he rushed in with another head kick, only to end up against the fence defending takedowns. He did land elbows, but ended up on his back. When the fight returned to his feet, Illa stalked him down and feinted a jab and landed his trademark overhand right to put Steven out cold and to get his UFC contract. This has led Illa to be 9-0 in the UFC. His last 3 fights have all been title fights and have all ended in knockout. He knocked out Alexander Volkanovski. He was the first fighter to ever finish Max Holloway, and most recently, he won his 2nd belt at the lightweight division against Charles Oliveira. Do you think Illa Topuria will go down as one of the greatest of all time? And do you think he will be the first fighter ever to win belts in 3 different weight classes? Please comment down below, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and please subscribe, and then hit the notification bell so you know when I post next.